Holocaust Memories Never Forget. A Gentile baby boomer's painful journey into the Shoah. Section 5, Deutschland Uber Alles, Part 4. From the 1st of January 1941 to the 31st of December 1942. After a 5-week delay from his original plan, Hitler, who was totally convinced that his blitzkrieg tactics would work in the East as well as they had in Western Europe, gave the order to begin Operation Barbarossa on the 22nd of June 1941. His forces consisted of over 3 million soldiers, including 690,000 men from Romania, Italy, Finland, Hungary, and Slovakia, along with the Luftwaffe, hundreds of thousands of tons of armament and equipment, and 4 Einsatzgruppen, which had the task of killing communist leaders, all party members, and every Jew they came in contact with. Though Stalin's ground and air forces were significantly larger than those of Germany, Soviet troops were taken off guard and quickly pushed eastward by the Nazis' rapid assault. It's important to note that Soviet forces had already been significantly weakened by Stalin's murderous purges of the 1930s, when he eliminated over 30,000 trained officers and replaced them with loyal, but mostly inexperienced, Communist Party members or sympathizers. By the 3rd of July, the situation was so bad that Stalin ordered a scorched earth policy, during which retreating forces destroyed anything that might be of value to the Germans. This included entire villages, water supplies, farm equipment, animals, crops, and all industrial or manufacturing facilities that couldn't be easily transported east by truck or rail car. Hitler had hoped that Operation Barbarossa would solve at least 3 pressing problems. Number 1, destroy all elements of socialism, communism, which included assassinating anyone suspected of being part of or simply supporting the Soviet government. Number 2, continue expanding Lebensraum, which consisted of moving ethnic Germans into lands, homes, and businesses once owned by Russians who had been killed or forcefully removed. And number 3, find a final solution to the Jewish question. Because Hitler was certain that Germany would be in control of Russia long before winter set in, the troops being sent to the Eastern Front were only provided with summer uniforms, which turned out to be another incredibly costly mistake. After Kiev was taken in early September, the siege of Leningrad began, and a few weeks later German troops launched Operation Typhoon, Hitler's plan to take Moscow and destroy the seat of Soviet government. In early October, heavy rains bogged down the advance on Moscow, turning the unpaved roads into thick, nearly impenetrable mud. The assault continued after the rains, but Russia's soon-to-be brutal winter struck in mid-October, stopping most Axis movement. Stalin used this time to bring in fresh Siberian reinforcements, along with nearly 1,000 tanks and an equal number of aircraft. Once the ground had hardened, German troops resumed their attack, but it was too late. Blizzard struck in early December, temperatures dropped dramatically, and on the 8th of December, 1 million Soviet reinforcements began a massive counterattack, pushing Axis forces back by over 100 miles and taking hundreds of thousands of German prisoners of war. Casualties during Operation Barbarossa were terrible on both sides. Between the 22nd of June and the 31st of December 1941, Axis forces lost over 300,000 killed or missing in action, along with 621,000 wounded. The Soviet Union's losses were even more staggering, with over 800,000 killed or missing in action, 1.2 million wounded, and as many as 2.3 million taken prisoner, most of whom died in captivity. Historians have the benefit of looking back, analyzing events, and seeing possible mistakes that were made which, had they been avoided, might have changed the fate of the world. Adolf Hitler's dual hatred of socialism and Jews was so vitriolic that he was often blinded to the reality of a given situation, thus pressing on with decisions that only the passing of time has revealed to be serious errors of judgment. Among the factors which caused Operation Barbarossa to fail, 3 have been identified as having the most serious consequences. Number 1, delaying the invasion of the Soviet Union to protect his main oil supply and to take control of Yugoslavia and Greece. Number 2, not anticipating the near-suicidal fierceness with which Soviet forces would fight, causing even further delays to his timetable. And number 3, The arrival of an early Russian winter that bogged down the German advance caused many German soldiers to freeze to death and allowed fresh Soviet troops to completely rout an exhausted and demoralized German army. And yet, despite the loss of nearly 1 million battle-hardened soldiers, countless tons of war equipment, 1,000 experienced pilots, and twice that many aircraft, nothing was about to get in the way of Hitler's plan for Deutschland Uber Alles.